Hi, this is Vanessa with Designs by Vanessa. Today's tutorial is on fur poms, and this is fake fur, so it's just fabric. So here's a pom that I've already made. So you will need some fake fur fabric. This is a yard that I purchased, I don't remember where, for $14. You'll need scissors, and you'll need a Sharpie pen, thread and needle, a bowl for a template. This one was 6 inches. And you need some filler, polyfill or batting or whatever you want to use to stuff it. And so the first thing you want to do is trace your bowl. So grab your pen and trace around the bowl. Start at the corner of your fabric so you can get the most out of it. Okay, so now you want to cut around this circle. So I'm going to cut slightly outside of the line because I want a larger pom. Now a tip that I found useful is when you're cutting, try and glide your scissors as close to the base of the fabric as you can. This will avoid cutting these strands or the actual fur. Okay, so cut all the way around. Now you want to just gently pull the pieces of fur off where you cut your circle, and then gently pull the loose ones off of your main piece or your circle. And then I like to vacuum this up right away because it really bothers me. Plus it's hard to work with all that fur flying around. So this piece, we used a 6-inch template, but I cut slightly outside, so it's about 7 inches in diameter. So you want to cut a piece of a thread that is long enough to go around your circle, plus a couple of inches maybe. So thread it through the needle, and I'm using a tapestry needle because my fabric is pretty loose that I can get my tapestry needle through. And you want to tie a knot at the end of your thread just so that it can hold in place. Okay, so I tied it a few times. So now you want to sew along the edge of your circle. Just start anywhere. And then just run your needle back and forth through your fabric. And then just repeat or keep going all the way around your circle. Okay, so now I'm back at the beginning where I started. And then I'm going to, let's see, pull this through, and I want to cut my little tail here. Okay, so now you want to tug and pull on the thread to close it up a little bit, to create sort of a pocket. And then you want to grab your batting or polyfill and just stuff it. The amount you need really depends on how full you want it. Just start off with a little bit, and I like to just make sure that none of the fur is stuck inside. And then just pull it tight, and I just give it a good squeeze or a gentle squeeze to see how I like the feel of it. So I think it needs a little bit more because it was kind of soft in there. So I'll grab a little bit more here, and I'll just stuff it. And then again, you want to make sure that none of the fur is trapped in there. So this is my least favorite part. Well, not the stuffing, but the sewing. Sewing it closed is my least favorite part. So now that I'm happy with the amount of batting that I used, or the filler, I'm going to try and pull as much of the fur out as I can, and then just give it another squeeze to see how I like it. Okay, so that's good enough for me. Now I want to tighten this hole, so I want to close it up, and what you want to do is run your needle across that opening a few times, just to get a tighter close. Again, this is my least favorite part here. So when you're running this through, you want to make sure not to catch any of the fur. So when you're running it through and you're pulling it, make sure you lift it up, because it'll catch on the fur and then it's kind of a mess. So keep doing that just a couple of times to get it nice and tight. So now I'm ready to tie it off. Make sure that all the fur is pulled out. Okay, so now this is how I tie off, and you may have other methods, but this is just what I learned from my mom when I was a child. So, oh gosh, there's more stuck here. So you want to insert your needle and then use your finger to sort of go underneath the needle so that you can see it, and then pull tight as you can, and then wrap it around your needle twice, and then keep your fingers right there to hold it in place. And then you want to pull your needle out, and then once you pull the thread, it ties it up for you. So that's how I tie it off. I'm gonna do that a couple of times, and making sure again not to catch any pieces of the fur. All right, so the worst part is over. So now you can leave this and use it to attach it to your hat or beanie. But I'm going to cut it out, and then I'm going to insert my needle off center to the side, and then give it about an inch or 3/4 of an inch space. Come out the other side, and then I'm just gonna pull the thread through. And then this is how I'm going to attach it to my beanie. So that's it. All right, so now you have yourself a cute little fur pom. All right, so thank you for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video.